Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Green. We're doing another Read the Bible of 1 year, day 99, 1 Kings 11 through 13. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell. That way you get updated whenever I post a new video. Like the video and also comment. You can comment anything you want. You can say hello, thumbs up, smiley face, thank you. Whatever you comment is going to help with the algorithm. Remember, I'm dyslexic and I stutter, so sometimes if I say a big word, I get a little confused. Just bear with me. And here we go. 1 Kings chapter 11. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with a daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said to the children of Israel, You shall not go unto them, neither shall they come into you, for surely they will turn you with your heart after the other gods. Solomon clave to these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, and was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Atharith, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Malcham, the abomination of the Ammonites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord as David his father. Then did Solomon build a high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hills that is before Jerusalem, and for Molech, the abomination of the children of Ammon. And likewise did he for strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrificed to their gods. And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared to him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said to Solomon, Forasmuch as this is done unto thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rent the kingdom from thee, and I will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding in those days, I will not do for David thy father's sake, but I will rent it out of the hands of thy son. Howbeit I will not rent away the kingdom, but I will give a tribe to thy son for David, my servant's sake, for Jerusalem's sake I have chosen. And the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom. And for it came to pass, when David was in Edom, and Joab the captain of the host was gone to bury the slain, after he had smitten every male in Edom. For 6 months did Joab remain there with all of Israel, until he had cut off every male in Edom. That Hadad fell, and certain Edomites and his father's servant with him, to go into Egypt. Hadad being a little child. And they arose out of Midian, and came to Paran, and they took men with them out of Paran, and they came to Egypt, unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, which gave him a house, and appointed him victuals, and gave him land. And Hadad found great favor in the sight of Pharaoh, so that he gave him a wife, the sister of his own wife, the sister of Tahpenes the queen. And the sister of Tahpenes bare him Gunbath his son, who Tahpenes weaned from Pharaoh's house. And Gunbath was in Pharaoh's household among the sons of Pharaoh. And when Hadad heard in Egypt that David had slept with his fathers, and that Joab the captain of the host was dead, Hadad said to Pharaoh, Let me depart, I may go to my own country. Then Pharaoh said unto him, But what hast thou lacked with me, that behold, thou seest to go to thine own country? And he answered nothing, howbeit let me go anywise. And God stirred in him another adversary, Zizon from the son of Edad, which fled from his lord Hazar king of Zobath. And he gathered men to him, and became captain over a band, when David slew them in Zobah. And they went to Damascus, and dwelt therein, and reigned in Damascus. And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon, besides the mischief that Hadad did. And he had whored Israel, and reigned over Syria. And Jeroboam the son of Nebat, the Ephraimite of Zerah, Solomon's servant, whose mother's name was Zerah, a widow's woman, even he lifted up his hand against the king. And this was the cause that lifted up his hand against the king. Solomon built Millo, and repaired the breaches to the city of David his father. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out to Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Solonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment, and the two were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him, and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, Take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Behold, I will rent the kingdom out of thy hand of Solomon, and I will give 10 tribes to thee. But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Because that they have forsaken me, and have worshipped Asheroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, and Malcolm, the god of the children of Ammon, I have not walked in thy ways, to do which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as David his father did. Howbeit I will take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life for David my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand, and I will give it to thee, even 10 tribes. And unto his son I will give 1 tribe, that David thy servant may have a little always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen me to put my name there. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desirest, and shalt be king over Israel. And it shall be, if thou wilt hearken to all that I command thee, and walk in my ways, and do what is right in my sight, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as David thy servant did, then I will be with thee, and bury thee sure house, and built for David, and give Israel unto thee. And I will do for the afflicted the seed of David, but not forever. Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam, and Jeroboam arose and fled to Egypt, unto Shishak, the king of Egypt, and in Egypt until the death of Solomon. And the rest of the acts of Solomon, and all that he did, and his wisdom, are they not written in the book of the acts of Solomon? And the time that Solomon reigned over Jerusalem, over all Israel, was 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers, and was buried in the city of David of his father, and Rehoboam his son reigned in his stead. 1 Kings chapter 12. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all of Israel will come to Shechem to make a king. And it came to pass, when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that he sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came, and spoke to Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made a yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service out of thy father, and of his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart ye for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon his father, while he yet lived, and said, How do thee advise that I might answer the people? And they spoke unto him, saying, If thou be a servant unto the people this day, and will serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be servants forever. But if he forsook the counsel of the old men, and he had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with, and which stood before him. And he said unto them, What counsel ye that I shall answer these people, whom have spoken to me, saying, Make yoke which thy father put upon us lighter? And the young men that were grown up with him spoke to him, saying, Thus shalt speak to your people that spoke unto thee, saying, Thy father made yokes heavy, but make it thou lighter for us, that thou shalt say unto them, My little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now where my father laid you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father has chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the 3rd day, and the king came appointed, and said, Come to me again the 3rd day. And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old man's counsel that they gave him, and spoke to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not to the people, for the cause was of the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spoke by Ahijah the Shilonite to Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel heard that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse to your tents. O Israel, now see thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities for Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. And the king Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all of Israel stoned him with stones that he died. Therefore King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariots, and fled to Jerusalem. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him to the congregation, and made him king over all Israel, and there was none that followed the house of David but the tribe of Judah only. And when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin and 180,000 chosen men, which were warriors to fight against the house of Israel, to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam the son of Solomon. But the word of God came unto Shemaiah the man of God, saying, speaking to Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, thus says the Lord, you shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is for me. They hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord, and returned to depart, according to the word of the Lord. Then Jeroboam sent Shechem and Mount Ephraim, and dwelt there, and went out of thence, and built Peniel. And Jeroboam said to his heart, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If the people go up to do sacrifices in the house of the Lord of Jerusalem, then shall the heart of the people turn again to their Lord, even unto Rehoboam king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam king of Judah. Wherefore the king took counsel, and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, is it too much for you to go to Jerusalem? Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. And he set one in Bethel, and put the other in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made a house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not in the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordered a feast in the 8th month, and the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah, and he offered upon the altar. So he did in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made, and he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he made. So he offered upon the altar which he made in Bethel, the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised his own heart, in an ordinance of feast to the children of Israel, and he offered upon the altar and burnt offerings. 1 Kings chapter 13. And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he cried again to the altar of the Lord, the word of the Lord, and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord, behold, a child shall be born into the house of David, Josiah thy name, and upon thee shall offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, this is the sign which the Lord has spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, from the ashes that are put upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the sayings of the man of God, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him. And his hand which he put forth against him dried up, so that he could not pull again unto him. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said to the man of God, entreat now the face of the Lord thy God, and pray for me, that my hand be restored me again. And the man of God besought the Lord, and the king's hand restored him again, and became as it was before. And the king said to the man of God, come home with me, and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of God said to the king, if thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go unto thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. And so it was charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, eat no bread, nor drink no water, nor turn again the same way that thou camest. For he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel, the words which he had spoken unto the king. Then they told also their father. And their father said unto them, what way went he? For the sons had seen which way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And he said to his son, saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon. And went after the man of God, and found him sitting under an oak. And he said to him, art thou the man of God that cameth from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, come home with me and eat bread. And he said, I will not return with thee, nor go with thee, neither will I eat bread, nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, thou shalt eat no bread, nor drink no water there, nor turn again to go the way thou camest. He said unto him, I am a prophet also, as thou art. And an angel spoke to me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee to thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So he went back with him, and did eat bread in his house, and drunk water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came to the prophet that brought him back. And he cried to the man of God that came from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, forasmuch as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandments which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back, and hast eaten bread, and drunketh water in the place, of which the Lord did say to thee, Eat no bread, and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come to the sepulchre of thy fathers. And it came to pass, after he had eaten bread, and after he had drunk, that they saddled for him the ass, to wit, the prophet which he had brought back. And when he had gone, a lion met him on the way, and slew him, and his carcass was cast to the way, and his ass stood by, and the lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by, and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass, and they came and told the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet had brought him back from the way he heard thereof, he said, It is the man of God, who is disobedient to the word of the Lord. Therefore the Lord had delivered him to the lion, which had torn him and slain him, according to the word of the Lord which he spoke to him. And he spoke to his sons, saying, Saddle me the ass. And they saddled him. And he went and found his carcass cast on the way, and the ass and the lion stood by the carcass. The lion had not eaten their carcass, nor tore the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of God, and laid it upon the ass, and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid his carcass on his own grave, and they mourned him, and saying, Alas, my brother. And it came to pass, after he had buried him, that he spoke to his son, saying, When I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones. And the same which cried out to the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethel, and against all the houses of the high places which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass. And after this Jeroboam returned not from the evil ways, but made again to the lowest of the people, priests of the high places. Whosoever would, he consecrated him, and he became one of the priests in the high places. And this thing became sin to the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from the face of the earth. Well, guys, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. That way you get updated whenever I post a new video. Like the video and also comment. You can comment anything you want. It's going to help with the algorithm. I'm going to put a couple links on the screen. The bottom right is going to be the Read the Bible in 1 Year study. The top left is going to be a playlist I think you're going to like. And the bottom left is going to be a video YouTube thinks you're going to like. If you know somebody that might benefit from the study, please share it with them. You can also share it on social media. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.